And here's what I found after being committed for 2 years on learning how to let go. It's really easy. So the people that say that letting go is hard, they're technically giving you a belief that gets embedded in your head that letting go is hard. And that's why you stay stuck and spend weeks and months just trying to let go and going nowhere. It's really easy if you learn the right way of letting go. You don't have to let go of a person, you don't have to let go of your past, you don't have to let go of the situation that you're in. You just have to let go of the belief that have been given to you by somebody that don't even belong to you and which no longer serve you. That's all it takes. And that's the actual definition of letting go. That's it. So when I actually started to realize that, and I started to understand and get into a habit of letting go, it became so natural that I started to enjoy it. It now it's such a part of my daily life that every time I figure out that I have to let something go, I'm like, whoa, yes, I have to let something go now. And it's so enjoyable because every time I let something go, I come closer to a truer version of mine. And it's so natural to me now. Because I had a thing with perfectionism. I had to always be right. I had to be in control. If I'm doing something, I had to do it the best way. So imagine the pressure I was always putting on me. Behind that discipline, behind that perfectionism, there was a little wound. There was a little wound that I was just trying to put a band-aid on. That perfectionism, that always trying to be on time, always trying to do the right way, was just a cover-up. And it was a cover-up for something extremely deep that I was running away from. And the moment I realized it, to be honest, it actually took a long time to realize. But when I actually realized it and I started to work on it towards letting it go, I felt free. I found the freedom that I didn't even know I was looking for. And that's when I realized, wow, I did not know letting go can be so much easy, because even I had heard from so many YouTube videos and the people around me that letting go is hard, but it's actually not. I kind of divided into 4 steps. The first one is called acceptance, because you cannot let go of something if you first of all cannot accept it. So for me, it took me a long time to first accept that I had a thing with perfectionism. And every time somebody would say to me that I'm a perfectionist, I would say that, oh yes, I just like to do things the right way. And it took me so much time to finally come to acceptance that, yes, maybe I am a perfectionist. And it was initially extremely hard. And it was hard because it took me a lot of time to come to the realization that there is a part of me that maybe I'm running away from, and that it's not serving me anymore. And I cannot hide it. I really cannot hide it, because after a certain point of time, if it keeps on happening again and again and again, you do come to realize that yes, maybe it's not serving you. So the step number 1 is be in a very receptive stage. Before pointing fingers that, hey, nothing's wrong with me, it's you, it's your perspective, it's this, it's that. Listen. I would say just listen, accept, and this is why this step is called acceptance. And that's the doorway to letting go. Second, stop labeling it. Yes, exactly. Stop labeling it. No matter what it is, do not label it bad. Because we as humans always run away from things that we call bad and we don't want to face them. For example, anger. You just hide it. You don't want to show it. Lack of self-confidence. We don't talk about it. Shyness. We don't talk about it. Why is it that as humans, we always try to hide the things that we don't find good about ourselves? And that's because we label them as bad. We only want to show people and the world the good part of it. Hey, look at me, I'm so good. I'm the nicest person on planet Earth. Oh, I am so good to you, please like me. But it doesn't work that way. You cannot work on something until you label it as bad and you first don't accept it. Because the more you label it as bad, the more you put it under the rug and you don't face it as well. That's the truth. And this is what Carl Jung says. One cannot become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the shadow parts conscious. You cannot have light without darkness and vice versa. Those dark parts which you think you aka call bad, that's your shadow part. So shadow is a part of you. You cannot ignore it. So please stop labeling things you do not like about yourself as bad. You have to come to acceptance with it. It's part of you. You are one whole. So the first step was acceptance and realization, and the second step is labeling. Do not label things as bad. Now we'll move on to the third one. And this one is my most favorite, because this one is called dissecting. Because this is the step where we ask a lot of questions as to whys and hows, and technically deep dive into the ocean of our subconscious, because that's where the actual gold lies. If you haven't seen my video about the mind, which teaches you about the distinction between conscious and the subconscious, please have a look at it right now. But if you are already familiar with what the subconscious mind is, that's where all our beliefs lies. And this is why this is my favorite step, because we cannot figure something out until we just work at it as a very conscious level. Here we don't work at the superficial level. Keep on asking yourself whys, hows, why, to actually go deep down to the root of the issue. For example, why am I a perfectionist, or why was I a perfectionist? I would say, I just like to do things the right way. Why do you like to do things the right way? Because I always want to come up with the best idea. Why do you always want to come up with the best idea? So that I can stay at the top and prove my worth. Why do you always want to prove your worth? So that people can probably like me. And yes, why do you always want people to like you? Because I want to be seen. Why do you always want to be seen? Because I don't want to end up alone. So that's the actual issue which you have there. You just don't want to end up being alone. So if you actually solve the core issue of you having a fear of being alone, everything gets resolved automatically. So that is why you have to keep yourself asking the right question, like why do you do this? Why do you do this? So that you get down to the actual root of the issue to solve that. And the last step, I love this one too. And this is called the integration. It's one of my favorite steps after the dissecting step. That's the step number 3. And why is it again a favorite one? Because in this step, you actually become a newer version of yourself. You actually become the future version or a higher version of you. A version of you that's more real, that's more authentic. A version whose aura is so magnified that they aren't affected by those small triggers anymore. So that's the thing. Once you figure something out and once you have started with your integration, don't rush the process. It's not a day's job. Oh, I figured this out. Now I'm just gonna love myself. It takes time. Do not rush the process. There are times when things come up. First of all, be comfortable being in the unknown and being uncomfortable. Be comfortable with that. You cannot have everything in control. Be comfortable with the emotions coming up. If you want to cry, cry. If you want to scream, scream. You want to journal. Go hit the gym. Go run. Just don't numb it. Don't be like, hey, I need a drink, I want to smoke some weed. Don't run away, don't numb your feelings, because that's not completing the cycle. You have to let those emotions come up, whatever you're feeling. Let that cycle come through. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Just let it out. Let those cycle complete. And your body will automatically tell you when that thing has been released. You will feel lighter about it. And the moment your body gives you a signal, you feel lighter, your jaw drops, that clenching stops, and that breath deepens. That's when you know you have let that thing go. And it's the most amazing feeling in the world. You can't rush it. You can fake it. You can be like, okay, yes, I am loving myself. Maybe I've solved that issue. I am not in control of this thing anymore. I'm living my life. I think I've worked on it. But universe will test you. My friend, universe will test you until you really have figured it out. There were times when I thought, I am enjoying it. I've let go of my perfectionism. And there were times when anything would happen, I would want it again back in my control. My breathing would get faster. And those were the times that were a test to actually realize that if I've let go or not. So it's a process. Take time with it. Integrate it. And enjoy it. Because it's not a destination. It's a journey that you have to enjoy. So in this video, we covered the 4 steps of letting go. First one, acceptance. Second one, non-labeling. Do not label it as bad. Third one, dissecting. And the fourth one is called integration. And trust me, letting go is not hard. It's extremely easy. So if you are on that journey of letting go, be gentle to yourself. Take time. Please feel free to comment in this video and subscribe if you have resonated. I'll be happy to add value in whatever way I can. Stay positive in this journey, and I'm glad that you are working on yourself, because that's one of the most beneficial thing you can do for yourself, is to work on yourself, to be a better version of you, to be a better real version of you, the most authentic version of you. And trust me, this journey is rewarding. So stay true to it. Thank you for watching.